Hello, hello. It's going to be a tutorial video for the solo scenario for the Beast Tyrant. This is a very, very difficult level. I do think that this is the hardest of all of the solo scenario levels. So I'm just going to be going through the strategy I use in my brutal speed run, and we will just go from there. So first thing we want to kind of talk about the difficulty scaling to figure out exactly what level monsters we want to be facing. So I'm going to be playing on brutal difficulty, and level 5 is the minimum level to play these levels. So I might as well get up to level 6, because when I'm level 6, the monsters will be level 5. If I go to level 8, the monsters will be level 6. And if I go to level 9, they'll be max difficulty monsters. Now, the problem you'll see with these enemies is with the scaling. It's not so apparent with the forest imps, but especially with the hounds right here. They go from 9 health to 11, and 11 health up to 15, which is just kind of absurd, completely absurd. And then these rending drakes go from 10 to 11, so that's manageable, but then 11 to 14. So as we go up in difficulty, these enemies are getting a lot harder to kill, and your bear doesn't get extra damage with level. Your bear is always just moving and attacking for 2. So because of the way your characters are split up in this scenario, you are not getting very much benefit from leveling up your character, meaning that you basically want to attempt this level at the lowest level you possibly can. So I think that's everything I really needed with the stat cards, because everything else you'll be able to see in the game. So let's just jump into this. So that is why I'm only going to be going up to level 6. Most characters I end up leveling up a little bit more, but the Beast Tyrant level is just really, really hard, and the higher level cards wouldn't really help me very much. Now, most people probably, I would assume, take Energizing Strike. In the past, I have always taken Energizing Strike. I actually am really, really liking Earthen Spikes. If nothing else, just having 11 initiative to be able to use Concentrated Rage is really, really good. You need this 11 initiative in this solo scenario. It is really important because it underspeeds the 2 of the most dangerous Rending Drake cards, particularly their 13. Their 13, they attack, move, attack. So if you're already next to them and they pull that card, they one-shot the Beast Tyrant really easily, and they can, like, if they get a crit, they can one-shot the bear with that singular card. So being able to underspeed that is really important. It also, well, that's the main thing that it's really good for. It's also okay against the wolves, but they do have 2 cards that outspeed it. We definitely want Ancient Ward. That's one of the absolute best cards in the game. Disarming 2 targets at 4 range is really, really nice. And then we're going to come back for Punch Through. So these are very, very particular cards that I take to beat this level on this difficulty. I highly recommend just playing a lower difficulty. If you play this level on normal, it is still not easy, but it's definitely easier. So these are the cards I'm going to bring: Earthen Spikes, Ancient Ward, Punch Through, and Blood Hunger. We want both Blood Hunger and Patch Fur. You really, really need the healing from both of them. Then Concentrated Rage is going to be the only way we really help the bear. Everything else we buy is almost entirely for the Beast Tyrant. Then you need a little bit of movement, and then Venomous Ally for a bottom attack with poison is actually really, really good here. So let's go ahead and grab perks. You obviously want to get rid of all of the minuses as quickly as you can. After that, I would probably prioritize these +1 wounds. These are really, really, really good if you draw them. And then after that, you would need these rolling heals. Your bear is going to get wounded, and you also can get wounded here, so being able to draw a rolling heal to get rid of that is really important. Then after that, probably go for these +2s. You could choose to just not take the immobilizes at all. They can hinder you if you draw them at the wrong time, but it is adding an extra +1, so I will go ahead and take them. Then when it comes to items, it's really hard to find items that are good for the Beast Tyrant. So we're going to go ahead and go for an Empowering Talisman. That way we can get back a bag item, and the bag items are generally really, really solid. We're also going to get a Cloak of Invisibility. If you're playing a casual file, you probably will not have access to this because it's much better on other people in your party. It's not super important, but it does add some flexibility. You can do something like go invisible and letting Rending Drakes die to wounds, or you can just use it to dodge 2 attacks from Forest Imps to prevent curses from being added to your deck. The Cloak of Invisibility is good in this level, but it is definitely not required if you don't have access to it. 100% I recommend a Jagged Sword here. It's really good against the elite wolf you face in the first room because he can't heal it off. It's really good against this Rending Drake in the second room because he can't heal it off. It's your most consistent way to deal damage to the elite Forest Imp, but she can heal it off. And then it's a really easy way to kill the final shaman. And he probably won't heal it off because his only heal, he'll target the bear if the bear has suffered more damage. So this wound dagger does a lot of work in this scenario. Boots of Striding are really good here. Once again, you might not have access to them. Boots of Speed are also really, really good. They're a little bit too expensive for me, so I won't be able to afford them. But Boots of Speed are probably what I would recommend here. And then we need a Major Stamina Potion. A Ring of Haste is really, really good paired with Concentrated Rage. And then the final thing we're going to go for is a Minor Healing Potion. And then finally, I bless myself before going into this level. I could get Boots of Striding. Boots of Striding are pretty good here. I like the Bless a little bit more. The only time you really need Boots of Striding is the stretch in between the 3rd and 4th room. But let's go ahead and run over to the level now. This is a really, really, really hard one. And it's probably the scenario that I have spent the most time on. I played this scenario over a year ago. It's one of the few solo scenarios that I've played in physical, and I spent a ridiculous amount of time playing this one on physical. I'm pretty sure on normal difficulty before I beat it. I was a slightly worse Gloomhaven player back then, but I still had a relatively decent amount of experience. Beast Tyrant was the first character I unlocked, though, so I absolutely love the Beast Tyrant. Alright, our number one priority here is going to be to reduce the number of curses in our deck. So on this difficulty, Forest Imp's curse with every attack, you need to go down to difficult monster level 4 for these to not curse on every attack. So I highly recommend playing this level at monster level 4. It is significantly easier without getting these curses. But on brutal difficulty, that's impossible to avoid. So the plan is going to be to just play Punch Through. It's an attack 3, and it'll pierce the shield, which means you only need a +1 to get a kill. If these Forest Imps, they have a card where they add an extra curse to their attack, so each of them would do an attack that puts 2 curses in the deck, and it is faster than my 44. If they had drawn that card, I would have just abandoned the scenario and restarted. So we really, really, really want to get a kill here. We just need a +1 to get the kill. Okay, awesome. Good job, Bear. And then we'll go ahead and activate Concentrated Rage. So once again, we really are focusing on reducing the number of curses. So I'm going to focus on killing this pixie now and just ignore the wolf. I'm pretty healthy. He did pretty bad damage to me on turn 1, even though he got the +1. That was the lowest damage card he could pull. So if he gets one of his faster cards, he'll only kill me with crit. And if he gets one of his slower cards, I can use my healing potion to heal up before he hits me. So we'll just go ahead and go for Patch Fur with Blood Hunger here. The bear has not taken very much damage, and we're almost guaranteed a kill. Not technically, but we'll go ahead and forego the top. And, ooh, okay. So we could miss this attack and miss out on the kill. So maybe I spoke too soon, but I didn't. So we still have 2 curses in the deck, but the bear is pretty healthy. This is a high damage card from the wolf, so I'm going to go ahead and just health potion here. Now I only die to crit instead of the +2 as well. And if he crits, then it's just GG. Now, we have to hope that we're faster than him. So I'm going at 11, and there's just nothing that you can really do if he gets his 6, unless you have Boots of Speed. But they're too expensive for me. So if he had drawn his 6, he would have gone faster than me, attacked me, and it would have immobilized. And then I would have just died to retaliate. But he didn't get that. That was the only card he could have drawn, because if he draws his 7, it's just a move and muddle, which would actually be really good, because then he would be immobilized for the following turn. Because now, once again, I'm risking him drawing the 6 here. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Okay, and it did not. I don't think that there's really anything you can do better here, other than what I try for. I think it gives the best odds of winning. Okay, that +1 wound is really, really nice, given that we missed the first attack, but now he is wounded and poisoned, and he's going to walk up to us, so we also got a rolling heal, which is pretty good. I'm just going to try to go faster than him and just melee him. I do have a wound dagger, but now he'll die to a 0. I do have the option here of just playing Disappearing Wounds to heal up, and I would go up to 10 health, and then he would hit me, and then I would long rest, and he would hit me. So I would get 12 health total, and he would hit me twice. He's probably not killing me with that. I'm afraid to attack him, because if I attack him and I draw a curse, then I'm going to take 3 damage from his retaliate, and he's just going to dominate me. So I think I'm going to risk this instead, just let him die to the wound. Because if I draw a curse there, I'm just dead. And so now I'll just long rest here. And, okay. This is one of his lower-ish damage cards. So this first room did not go well. This is very, very, very low health. We're going to lose Punch Through. We don't need the Pierce for the rest of the level. We could use it in the final room, but it has no uses in the second or third room, so no point in saving it that long. And now we're going to move on to this second room, since this guy's going to die to the wound. I cannot get hit at all by the Rending Drake, which means that I'm just going to have to focus really hard on the Beast Tyrant. Now he draws his Muddle card. This would have been really good any of the previous 2 turns, but... So if the Rending Drake draws his ranged card, the 54, then we would have to just restart the round and change to Ancient Ward. But this is the best case scenario. Not really the best case. We would like to see these guys move, but it's not that bad. This guy's just going to stand here, so my bear is going to move 3 and be right here, which means my bear is going to be in range of all of his move and attack cards, but I don't really have an option. I have to go fast here because I can't get hit, so I have to outspeed them. We got really good damage on the Earthen Spikes, so hopefully a double up will kill on this upcoming turn. But we're not guaranteed to be faster. We can't outspeed the 13 here. And there's really just no way to do it. If I had... In this case, it would have worked out for me because he pulled a standstill card, so I didn't have to use Earthen Spikes on the turn I opened the door. I could have just gone for Ancient Ward, but I don't really want him melee with me on the turn that you go for the Venomous Ally for the double attack. You really want him away from you so that, 1, you're not at disadvantage, and 2, if he draws something really dangerous like the 13 attack move attack or the 72 stand still and attack 3 times, you would have to move away with Venomous Ally. Oh no, I guess you would, because you would have Earthen Spikes rather than Ancient Ward, so you would have to step away, and then you're just losing damage output on Venomous Ally, so you wouldn't be getting the kill. But now he is dead, so we can go ahead and focus on the bear here. I'm going to try to save Disappearing Wounds just so that I can use it to heal myself. So hopefully we can get the kill here with Maul and Blood Hunger playing Concentrated Rage, and then just double heal both of our characters next turn. I'm a little bit nervous about not having drawn any of my curses yet. Oh, dang. I've drawn the mist twice. I mean, this is okay. He's going to hit, but it's not going to be that hard of a hit. Next turn, we'll just let the bear attack. Oh, wow. Really not that hard of a hit. Hopefully the bear draws, like, +1 wound or +2 or crit. Ooh, okay. Well, that's really annoying. So, I'm going to be really behind on my kill on him. I'm not going to... Yeah, it's a little bit of damage. A rolling heal would have been really nice to get rid of this poison, and then my bear would have gotten the heal. I think I'm going to go ahead and stamina potion here. I generally like to save the stamina potion for later, so I'm a little behind stamina-wise now. But we kind of really need it. We just want to go faster than him and hit him as hard as we can, so we'll just Earthen Spikes, and now that card is not his shuffle. The 6 is not a shuffle, so we're guaranteed to be faster no matter what. And yeah, we got the kill, and now Blood Hunger heals up all the way. So you just have to make sure to accept the command part and then skip attack. I always get mixed up with the order of doing all of that. So I'm in okay shape here. My Beast Tyrant is now back up to basically full health. My bear is full health, so the cards to lose here are either Maul or Patch Fur. I'm going to go ahead and lose Patch Fur, since my bear is full, and I do have a heal with Blood Hunger still. I don't really need the Patch Fur. I wish I had the Stamina Potion, and we still have 2 curses in here. We still have 2 blesses, though, so I'm shocked we haven't drawn any of those yet, because we've done a bunch of attacks. So we're going to run in as far as we can in Ancient Ward. The really nice thing about Ancient Warding here is that it's going to force the pixie to walk up to us, but we can open the door and guarantee that we don't get any curses added to the deck. Hopefully we draw a plus and get some damage here. A curse is not too bad, though. That's really not too bad. We got a low move card from the Wolves, which is kind of good. They're going to catch up eventually, but the more my bear can move, the closer my bear is to the final room. So we're just going to go as fast as we can here and try to get some good conditions on the pixie. But she's healing, so we don't want to waste the wound dagger. I am going to go ahead and poison her with Venomous. But really unlucky for her to be healing here. I crit at disadvantage? Yeah, crit and +2. That's kind of crazy. I mean, I kind of want to do Earthen Spikes here. It will be at disadvantage again. Maybe we'll just get out a curse. Nah, I'm going to melee. It's 1 less damage, but not being disadvantaged. Okay, so it was going to miss no matter what. So, can't really be too angry about that. We don't really need to use any items here. She's not attacking us, so there's no point in going invisible. But not having the poison is going to make it a lot harder to kill her. And she still has her 5, so she still has a possibility to remove the wound if we give her the wound. I'm kind of thinking at this point I want to focus on the wolves because the bear has taken a lot of damage. And we have Ring of Haste available, so I think that's going to be the plan. We'll maul, and we'll forego maul for our concentrated rage, and then we'll go for Blood Hunger so we get the heal, and then we'll Ring of Haste in Disappearing Wounds for the other attack too. And over here, I'm just going to go invisible so that I don't get poisoned and cursed. Let's see, so a 0 kills this guy. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And now with Ring of Haste, a -1. We don't have any -1s in the deck. We just have a -2, I believe. Yeah. A -1 kills. Beautiful. So that's 1 curse left in the deck? Yeah, 1 curse left in the deck. Okay. So I definitely want to go invisible here. Now I have the options of either long resting or using Talisman to get Stamina Potion back. I'm going to go ahead and just long rest here. I do like the idea of Stamina Potion and just getting Venomous Ally with Ancient Ward. and going late, going after it. But I think this will work as well. Now we'll lose Maul. Maul's not really doing anything for us. We don't really need 14 speed. It doesn't help too much in the final room because the bear has a 13. The bear does have a 14, but let's see. We're way, way, way behind on damage, so I really just need to do as much damage as I possibly can. I think I'm gonna... I need to get a melee attack in to get a wound on her. Again! Again! That's crazy. The second time I go for my poison and wound, and she dodges his bless. I'm just gonna wound her here. Oh, okay. Nice. Alright, I really needed that RNG to go my way there. So, I mean, we did lose a bless for it. But we finally drew the crit. And we had drawn the regular miss several times this level. Okay, so we haven't moved forward at all anymore, which means we're actually not in a great position to go through the door here. So we're just going to do a default move 2. If we went through the door, we would be one range short of disarming the... I do know what he's called, the shaman. I'm really tired. So we're going to move 5, open the door, get over closer towards our bear. The immobilized card here from the cave bear, that's really, really good because now he can't draw that next turn. And then just an attack from the druid. So hopefully we get a +1 wound on the druid. That would be amazing. Oh, no damage, kind of sucks. Yeah, and no +1 wound. Oh well. I'm going to go ahead and get back my stamina potion. It's really, really nice to have this talisman because any of these 3 can be used. If you get wounded and you're really low health, it's fine to use the talisman to get back the minor healing potion because it can very easily save your life if you don't have another way to heal. And then the Ring of Haste is really, really good if you're ever going for a concentrated rage attack and you draw a curse, then you can just Empowering Talisman the Ring of Haste and go for another attack. But we want to just group up with our bear, so we're going to play another disarm turn and run towards the bear as fast as we can. Hopefully the shaman, hopefully the druid, he doesn't draw either his immobilize or his disarm. Both of them would be bad, and there's the immobilize. But we'll still be able to disarm both of them. So it's not the end of the world, we just don't get to catch up to our bear. But now we can forego our bottom. Since we're not going to be moving, we can just let the bear move extra. So that was definitely better than him drawing the disarm. Well, that is pretty similar. Because we were going to get out of range of the bear anyway. Yeah, still didn't get the +1 wound, which is what we really want. But now the bear is in range to move 3 next turn. I can't really afford to long rest here. I wish I could. Luckily, the druid is disarmed. That's actually really nice. So maybe I could afford to long rest, because the worst case scenario would be the card the bear just drew, where he would attack twice for 3. He could hit for 5. My bear would walk up, but the druid's going to walk here, and then the druid would be the focus. We're just going to short rest. We've got a bunch of cards. I really don't want to lose that. That's one of the best cards I have. Now I can't guarantee to underspeed the bear, but that's not the end of the world. I think we want to just go for concentrated rage onto the bear here. The druid's already disarmed, so going fast with Ancient Ward isn't really necessary. Okay, so he is going to walk forward. The bear's going to hit me kind of hard. But then we can maybe just kill the druid here, which would be really good. So just forego this top. Man, that's the 3rd time, I think. Missed out on a lot of damage. I think we need just a +1 here to kill. Any +1s? Come on. Now you give me the heals? Now, and now it gives me the +1 wound. That's alright. In pretty good shape now. He just drew his 13, so he could get his 14, but he didn't. I'm just going to go for double attacks. Hopefully I draw a rolling heal. I just missed on the last turn, so I've got 6 rolling heals in here, so maybe? Yeah, I dodged it. Rolling heal? Nope. That's okay. I think we're just going to go for double concentrated rage here. And I've got cards to lose if he does damage, so not really worried. Just need a -2 to kill. And he'll target the bear anyway, rather than me. So that is the hardest level in the game. It went really slow, but hopefully my explanations were able to help you out on it. I mean, yeah, even though I think I played this pretty dang well, at the end I have very little stamina left. Just one turn left, and then I would have gone down to 3 cards. So a very, very difficult scenario. But feel free to leave a comment if you are struggling with it and need any help with your particular setup. Have a good one, guys. Thanks.